Have you ever wanted a summoner class from a Diablo or an MMO style game to get their own adventure? Well, that's this game. Adore is an early access, top-down, action, creature-collecting roguelite where you're some kid named Luca who got killed or something, and Draknar, the god of all creatures, has decided to keep you around so that you can find the source of that damn curse and break it. That's about all the story there is right now, so that means we're going into the... It's a roguelite, so you know what that means. Going room to room, getting items, visiting shops, and murdering Nope, actually you don't murder everything in this game. The main mechanic is that you can tame enemy creatures and use them to attack. Like you're some stupid kid who already died. What are you gonna do against ice bears? No, but for real, you don't have an attack, so you need to summon monsters to do it for you. The summons each have their own stats and special attacks. Like you can get a little badger guy that swipes at enemies for
tons of damage.
Or maybe you'll get an axolotl that, teleports around and shoots energy balls? After attacking, the pet will run back to you and disappear to be used again. The pets can also die, and they don't come back. When a pet dies, it also hurts you, so take care of your pets. For the most part, they're pretty squishy. And if all your pets die, so do you. At any time, you can tap the pet's button to turn it into an orb that comes back to you. It costs stamina though. So does summoning pets to attack, and so does dodging, obviously. You can capture up to 4 creatures, but you have to unlock the slots for the extra ones every run. You do this with Essence, which is found in 3 rooms on each level and after each boss. When you pick up an Essence, you also get to choose between 2 passive stat upgrades between health, stamina, or movement speed. Once you get some Essence, you need to find a Draknar statue, which there are 2 of on every level, and then use it to unlock more slots. The statues also let you unlock more synergies with your pets. What's a synergy? When you do a thing with one kind of pet, it gives another pet a thing, like extra damage or special energy juice. Also, they're random. You can only hold 3 essence at one time, and you can only use each Draknar statue once. Taming pets also costs an essence, in addition to synergies and pet slots, so choose wisely. When you clear rooms of enemies, you get an item, either a healing item for you or one of your pets, green fragments for the meta progression, or a key that opens chests that appear in the levels. The chests usually have relics in them. Relics give some kind of passive bonus or something like gain movement speed while pets are being recalled. There's a shop. It's a shop. Wowee, it sells consumable and relics. And I can't forget about the goddamn bosses. In between runs, you can spend your green shards on unlocking new creatures, new powers like slowing down time, or new relics. But you gotta do that one at the shop during a run, and not at the temple in between runs. That's about all the mechanics, so let's talk about them. Keep rolling, 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 roll. This game is pretty cool, but I think there's a couple things that are really holding it back, and it's mostly down to the variety of each run. You can get the 3 current level themes in any order, and there really isn't that much difference between them. They can all have every type of creature as far as I know, and there's no stage hazards, so it just kind of feels like you go through big empty rooms that have been scattered with some number of enemies depending on what stage it is. The first stage always feels really empty because there's only 2 or 3 enemies per room, but by the 3rd stage, there's so many enemies that you're being attacked as soon as you enter a room. I think some further differentiation could really help, for the level themes and the stage number, if that makes any sense. The devs have said they want the pets to operate the exact same way as enemies and summons, and that gets a little dicey when some of the enemies just magnetize onto you or shoot homing projectiles. This makes the dodge roll your only option to avoid attacks. You can't really outmaneuver them with regular movement since their attacks track so hard. I definitely see how this would be frustrating if your pets didn't track at all and just missed all the time. So I'm not really sure what the answer is here. Fighting multiple enemies can also be tricky since your pets are so squishy, but pulling one at a time and just mashing all your buttons is kind of boring. Again, a tricky situation. Maybe more pet health, pet healing, or more essence to get pets would alleviate this problem. I also feel like synergies could do a little bit better than, if a beast attacks, this gets more attack. Like what if you unlock synergies for specific other creatures or types of creatures? Like if the ice bear freezes something, the next mystic attack will shatter the ice and do area damage. You know me, sitting in my armchair game dev. Lastly, spoiler alert, The final boss in the build as of this video is another summoner, but his pets are on steroids. Look at this crap. He hits me twice with his tiger for 69 damage? He's really OP. The only way I found to beat him is to just cheese him with 3 of the homing projectile foxes. That build just kind of invalidated the entire game though. Damn. Rolling. This game has a pretty unique premise, and I think it mostly delivers on it. It just needs a little spit and polishing, which is pretty common for these early access games. Right now, it doesn't really give me the, oh shoot, just one more run, this'll be the one. And that seems pretty important to the whole roguelite experience. But the game is very modestly priced at $10 USD, or your regional equivalent. So if it looks interesting, check it out. Like many other early access games, there's a roadmap that's got all the cool shit on it. Capturing the bosses? That sounds awesome! If you thought this video was awesome, smash like and subscribe for more reviews with a couple of jokey jokes thrown in there. Have you been enjoying the videos this past month? Let me know in the comments below. 2 Lainz out.